We're here with online funny woman, Justine Stafford, who is taking social media by storm. And I am more nervous here, I'd say, walking in the fucking front door of your house, you're coming down to collect me, that I would be on a first date, like, fucking bless me. Thanks for coming.
Jesus, thanks for having me. Now it is like, you know, I was expecting an orange, like at the door, I won't lie. But orange trousers, I love the little touch to detail.
I don't think that was, God, imagine I was going around with a little fucking orange bit on me the whole time. More than playing.
Secret hidden calling card left around the places.
I was in Gin Palace a few weeks ago and I was meeting one of the girls that I hadn't seen for a while. I was talking about the podcast earlier. She was like, oh my God, you know who would be unreal? I don't know. I don't think you'd ever be able to get her, but like Justine Stafford.
Stop.
Catherine, I text Justine
That's a big deal now. Like, I honestly am shocked. I was like, I would bloody love to fucking be on the podcast. So when you got on to me about it, I was like, yes, this would be amazing. I am not hard to get. Surprise to my career and dating life.
Do you think how could we like try and go through all of the men that we date?
Oh, I think they'd be like Pokemon cards. Like, we both be like, oh, did you get a guy that's emotionally unavailable? Oh, we did. But that's one of the easy ones. Then you're looking for one of the rare cards, which is like, oh, he's emotionally available and wants a relationship.
Who is that?
That's the rarest Pokemon card out there.
I wonder, I'm trying to go through like all the men that I see that repeatedly come up all the time. I'm like, I assume if somebody else is also on the dating scene, like yourself, that there's surely, like, how many first dates do you think how long are you single? You're going to have to give it the pass on.
Yeah. Properly single, like, I've seen guys say for 3-4 months dated and then been back. But we were never official, you know.
Yeah.
There was no even soft launch. So that's how slow this whole thing was. But I would say, good Lord, it's 2023. 3 years. 3 years fully single, yeah.
And what happened before that? How long now?
I was in a relationship for the longest relationship I've ever had is about 2 years.
Okay.
Tops. You know, there was a period of we aren't, that whole rigmarole. And then obviously there's recurring characters in my life, you know, season regulars that have reappeared later on in later seasons.
It's a little cameo.
A little cameo, very good.
I felt like,
yeah,
then just back out.
You know what, I'm like, I'm doing too well. Do you know what I mean? A bit of something now to bring me back to, chaotic energy. But I've kind of, as I've gotten older, I realised, you know what, that's not a good idea. I think you're going back to familiar territory because it's so bad out there at the minute that you're kind of like, oh, maybe we should go and give this a go. And then the second you get back together, you're like, no, the exact same reasons we shouldn't be together are right here in front of us again, you know. So,
and you're 3 years properly single.
Mm-hmm.
How many first dates do you think you've gone on the last 3 years, Justine?
Oh Lord, that is
I mean, have you never written them down? I haven't. I'm obviously a fucking weirdo. I have them all in the phone.
I have a friend who does that with all the films he's seen. You do with all the fellas you've seen.
Like, what's your number for the last year?
46.
Oh, in the last year. No, I'm single 2 years. 2 years and 3 months, and it's 46.
Okay.
Well, like, I would that started off very quick. Like, I went into it and then
grand run.
Now
you reach burnout.
I used to think it was mad entertaining. I know these randomers and talking shite, and like on a random Tuesday, and I'd be 6 pints and home and a few jambons in Gay Bar.
Yeah,
with me.
Yeah, you are that person I say to your friends in the way I am, where I'm like what's going to be the story this week? Because they're all in committed things and have their lives together, and it's like, oh, Justine, what you up to now? Because
I would say then in the last 3 years, it could be in the 20s.
Okay.
In 3 years, could be.
Here's my problem. I go on a date with someone, and if I hit it off, I stick to that because I'm afraid of like, oh God, I'll have to go back out there again. But then me and my friend have this theory since we were 15 years old. It's called the chewing gum theory. And it's basically everything's great in the start when you're dating. It's like a new chewing gum. It's fresh. It's full of flavour. You're like, oh, this is great. I'm going to do this. I'm going to see them every day. And then as the more you chew and date, it gets bland and boring. And then you want to spit it out.
I can't even find a chewing gum that I like though. Like,
yeah.
When I do find one that I like, I'm like, oh my God. And he told me he wants to see me again. oh, unreal. And then I never hear from him again. So
Yeah.
now it's just,
That's where then I end up, when that happens to me, because I like someone and then they don't like me back, that'll feck me for a bit. I'm like, I can't go back out there. I can't go back through that again. It's it's rough on the apps. And then I went through a period where I was like, I'm not going to do the apps. I'll wait to find them in real life. And that happened. Like, I met someone in Whelan's one night.
Right.
Yeah, about a year ago. And got on great. Now, the only thing was he was from the UK. So, like, it was doomed from the start. I was like, this is self-harm. There's no way.
What about that accent? He doesn't do it.
I know. I was like, there's no way. A Brit, I can't do this. I can't. Yeah, but I was obviously not in a good mental place. So, but I thought, this is me. I'll meet people in real life, but that's rare. And the people that come up to you in those scenarios are not the kind of people, 9 times out of 10, you want to date.
No.
Based off of their approach.
True. Nobody approaches me anyway, and when they do, it's a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm talking about.
Are people approaching you being like, oh my God,
Oh, Jesus.
you're Justine Stafford?
No, you see, that's a tricky area now in my life, especially on online dating, because people screenshot my account and DM it to me, being like, hope you swipe back. And I'm like, well, I'm absolutely not now. You've just
God.
taken yourself out of the running there. Or,
What's wrong with them? Like, what did they be fucking thinking?
I know. And that has happened multiple times. Like, genuinely, that's now rare occasion. It's really sad. And like, one lad publicly tweeted out my account being like, hope she swipes back. And you're like, you want people to see this that you're doing. Yeah. So we went out for a year, and that is definitely an issue that I've had. And also that then I actually don't, it's weird, I don't like when someone already knows me online, because I'm kind of like, part of me gets wary of like, is this really me you're interested in, or is this going to be a story for you of like, you won't believe who I got with type thing I went on a date with. And it makes it harder, I think, to know when someone's being genuine. I actually rather when I meet someone online who hasn't a clue who I am.
Oh yeah, definitely better.
Yeah.
And like, what about in your like circles of like other comedians and social media stars and everything?
Yeah.
Any goodness there?
A lot of them are in relationships, which is great. And the thing is, in the comedy world, it's very awkward, because years back I was seeing someone who was starting out, and they were starting out, and we were both working together. And it was difficult because you want to be supportive of them and vice versa, but they're kind of like, fuck, she's a better joke than me. And there's a bit of bitterness at times.
Competition.
Yeah. Makes it awkward then if it ends and you have to see people on lineups all the time and run into them. It's a dangerous territory. I've kind of made a point of myself now to be like, no, that's professional. I have to try and be business about it and not get involved, because
Yeah.
the thing that was lovely about that relationship was that we were both so into comedy. Like, we had the same interests, and all of our time was spent talking about that, and I loved that. And it's weird because I go back and forth of, do I want to be with someone who's really into comedy and the same stuff, or someone who, you know, when I'm not doing comedy stuff, I can just zone out and talk about something else. And I go back and forth on that because I just want to have the crack anyway. So I kind of need someone who's funny. But I've been with people that are like, I remember, I've seen a guy and like, I'd say a joke and it was filthy, and he's like, that is just disgusting. I don't know why you feel you need to use that language. And I'm like,
As in, like, you're not being, that's not a lady, shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
yeah. I was like, what did you think you were signing up for? Me? And then I put up the creepy uncle video, and then he never spoke to me again.
I'd say your DMs should be flooded with fellas being like, oh my God, you're so funny and you're so good looking, like you're just the perfect woman.
There's a lot of that, and it's hard because again, like, there's one or two people that I actually did, you know, you'd have a good chat with them, and then you're kind of like, I don't know if this is a good thing to do now, to like
Get off the fun.
Yeah, it's a fucking, because I went on a date with a lad once, and he lied to me and told me he didn't know who I was at all. And when I went on the date, he took out his phone and had made me his screensaver and wallpaper. I had never met him before.
What did you do?
I was like, what? He's like, I hope that's not a little too soon. I'm like, really?
What the fuck do you think?
But then he kept on, then he started being like, no, I do know you. I've known you for years. I've been such a fan for years.
What is wrong with them? What?
Like, isn't that, yeah. Like, and you do sometimes have scenarios where you're kind of like, Jesus, maybe I'll have a 6-part Netflix series about my murder here today. I might not get a comedy special on Netflix, but I'll get a series. I'll get you. You can be a talking head on it. Talking orange head. Like, well, I met her. She never would assume this would happen, you know? Actually, I did assume this would happen. I've heard her horror stories. But yeah, I find that difficult. Do you find it difficult now if someone... Like, have you ever been on a date with someone that kind of like, have you seen the Dating Orange thing? No.
So well, I started in August, so nearly a year ago now.
Wow.
And no, in that time now, nobody.
It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time.
Although when I'm texting them, I ask them me on TikTok. And they're loud. No, not really.
A lot of lads aren't. It's great.
Yeah, that's right.
It benefits me because there's guys that I've been seeing that are only on Instagram because... My TikTok is very different on Instagram because a lot of like professionals will follow me on Instagram that I'm like wary of putting something that's too unhinged. Now I do have unhinged stuff on Instagram, but TikTok is a whole other battlefield.
Surely if you're being like bolder on TikTok, does TikTok not take down your videos?
It has at times, yeah. But even like I talk more about dating and stuff on TikTok, and if I'm seeing a guy, I'm like, please Jesus, don't look at my TikTok, please.
Fair enough, it's like you don't even look at the Instagram. Right.
Yeah, I kind of prefer when a lad's not on TikTok. I'm back on apps and I'm like, fuck's sake, I'm seeing the same face. I'm like, Jesus, you're still here. And then I'm like, no, there's lads up to me going, Jesus, you're still here. Like, that's the biggest thing. I'm like, my God.
I was there.
So I was on Bumble. That was my one that I was like, okay, yeah.
You loved it.
I left it to go to Hinge recently, but I preferred Bumble because all the pictures that 9 times out of 10 come up for me on Hinge are lads out hiking. And I'm like, great that you're into fitness. But sweet Jesus, I don't think it's going to work out because I am not into the fitness.
Well, you look great.
Oh, Jesus.
But I also am not into fitness now. I do a lot of walking, but I feel
walking
like
is the height.
So fucking trendy to be swimming and hiking and running marathons, Justine. I fucking like, what did they want with me?
That's their entire page. I'm like, there's not one pint in here. Like, what chance do we have? So there's so many people I know that like, oh, we went on a hike for a first date. I'm like, excuse me, and you were able to have a conversation because I'm out of breath before I get out of the car. Like,
exactly, 100%.
That'd be like, and also, whenever I exercise, my face goes beetroot. So I'm like, if we're going on a first date and I'm sweating and fucking a beetroot, like, I'm not fucking a beetroot. I like to move fast in my kink.
No.
My face goes beetroot and it's just the most unattractive thing ever. So how in the name of Jesus are we going to move past this?
But like, I'd be overthinking that to bits then. Like, a fella asked me to go on our first date. So also, I tried out a little bit there. Men who didn't drink. He said, how about for our first date, we go up to the top of Old Hill.
Take a load of drugs. Mind you, alcohol bring that class. Yeah, hello.
No problem. He said, we'll park, like, get some lunch down at the bottom of the Holt and we'll walk up. Now, I've done that before with the girls where we're all in the fucking hoop.
Yeah.
There's no problem there.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, can we just take a break? Can we take a break? Right. So I wouldn't be doing that with him. In the end, I had to say no. And I said that it was for my own safety. I said, I'm scared he's going to murder me on the hike. Well, actually, it was because I wouldn't be fucking able.
Oh my God. It's for the safety of your ego.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I can't. Yeah, I'd be the exact same. I can't exercise at a first date. That's where 2 years into a relationship before you see me on a treadmill. That's no way.
Anyway.
I won't be on one anyway.
And sure, there's loads of people asking about, oh, we go for a swim. I know this, like, a fella asked me to go to Clontarf baths.
Okay.
Those cold, like,
it's just, I'm sorry, but like on a first date getting into a swimsuit in front of someone, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
No.
I'd have a big fucking t-shirt on me.
Yeah.
For me. And I don't know if that's a good look for a first date.
No.
And I did see a guy briefly that wasn't a big drinker. It'd be very rare for him to take a drink. And it was, because I wouldn't drink around someone that isn't drinking, just out of pure like, this is going to get weird because I'm going to be your safety. But it's tough. But I fucking respect people that do it. Like, out of, like, you really have to find ways to keep yourself entertained.
Yeah.
And I know when I did it, I ended up eating way more because I was just like, I just eat. I just eat all the time. I don't think I've ever gone on a first date that didn't involve a drink. And I think I would be pure nervous. Even in lockdowns, I never went on a date because I was like, people were going for coffees in the middle of the day. I was like, Jesus, no. I'd be too nervous.
Coffee's like, you have one coffee and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, you're not going to get a second coffee then.
No.
But things are going well.
You get a pint in. Yeah. Bring a little hip flask.
What?
Yes. Well, this I'm talking about lockdowns when the pubs were closed.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can.
You just didn't do it.
I didn't. I did have something that someone from my past that was like, do you know what? I'm back home. You're around. Did you figure it out? I did for a year. But that was tough. Jesus Christ. Especially your childhood bedroom where your parents, my West Side posters are still up there and my dog posters, and bringing a fellow home into that wouldn't be great. Not a good look, but also my parents, not in a million years would allow that. Not a hope in hell.
Any fellas in Nubber?
My mates.
Yeah. Is he your friend?
He was in the year ahead of me.
Went on a date with him. In like February maybe?
No, Hen.
He's nice.
Very good. I'm glad to hear now we're representing out there. I would have been with friends of his.
Oh really? And why not him?
Probably for the same reason. I'm like, Jesus, it just feels like I did make those mistakes. And I was like 18, 19 of like, oh, get with a friend now. And I'm like, no, I can't. It's too awkward. I've learned my lesson from that at a young age. Like, no, don't get with mates. It just complicates things.
It's done. That group closed off.
That's, yeah. Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I fucking went for the wrong friend. Like, I went for the wrong one in the group. What do you fucked yourself? You live, you learn. Yeah. I've always got my beetroot. That's all I need. But like, I try very much from date one. I don't try and be anything other than myself. In that, like, there's one time I went on a first date with a guy, and we went. It was back when they used to do the Oktoberfest in the IFSC, and we were drinking a lot of steins. And then afterwards, we went for food, and we got a Subway. And then directly after, I said, here, like, judge me or not, I don't care, but I'm going directly next door and getting a burrito. And he was like, wow. And I ate 2. It's just, and he came home. So impressed. I don't try to be, I don't try to put on a big act or be eating other myself, because I think
as you go along, they're going to find out. That's the truth you like then. And I find that sometimes lads can be a bit, because I maybe am doing comedy or stuff, some guys get a bit weird about that. Maybe it's just the pool that I've gone for. Like, one day was pure, found everything I said vulgar. I was looking for like a quiet girl, didn't want a dominating woman. I'm like, I'm not fucking dominating, I'm just good crack. Like, yeah, there's a big difference. But I think I think there's some guys that maybe are more used to, I want to be the crack, the one who's the crack in a group, and you're kind of a girl that's just easy to go along with and easy to spread and not sound. Yeah, I'm very sound, and I think sometimes they're like, kind of just want you there. Do you find that when you go on dates, like, do you ask questions and they find it too much?
Yeah.
Do you? I know always have.
And I'd be an intense person.
Yes, that's what I say to my friends. I'm like, oh yeah, it's all right. Like, I'm an intense person. Like, and that's okay if they don't like me. Well, somebody will like me.
That's the thing. I have to be, like, if I don't start doing that, they're going to figure it out soon enough. And what'll happen then is I've invested more time in this person only for it to not work out, because now they see the real me. And I'm like, fuck it. Because I've gone on great dates with people who are just as forthcoming with questions and having a back and forth. And I know those people are out there. But a lot of times guys will be, Jesus Christ,
it's a lot panic.
Yeah.
A little panic. Oh, did you just ask?
Yeah. Thing like, I want that. I want something fucking deep. If someone's not emotionally there, I'm like, I can't do this. Because I'm not attracted by looks, weirdly, initially. It's like
a vibe.
It's the personality. It's a vibe, a connection.
Well, I don't know what personality you want to get from there.
No, honestly, I can't go into lads who do voice memos. I don't know. It's just, I don't mind if we're chatting and then a voice memo comes in after a while to be like, okay, now I want to hear the accent. And fucking hell, I can be sold on an accent. I can be like, fuck, I'm in trouble. I fucking love it. Or I can be like, oh God, not sure, but I've already had a conversation with you and I like you. that this is okay.
Try and get past it.
Whereas if someone just from the get-go, I'm seeing a voice prompt, I don't know why it is about me. I'm like, no, that's too much. I don't even know you yet.
As in, are you saying when it's in their profile?
Yes. That's, I wouldn't.
I don't know why they do it. I told all my male friends like to not do it.
Same. Exact same. Whereas a friend at the minute is single and setting up accounts, and I said to him, never ever do that. But our other friend, female friend, told him, oh, absolutely do it. I'm like, no, don't take.
What was her thinking?
I don't know, because she's in a relationship for like 9 years, so that's the clearly that's the thing. I'm like, taking advice from the single girl here.
What's your type?
I have dark hair and beard. Like, if you looked at, I'll show you pictures of my exes after this, you'd be like, this is the same man. Like, cloned. A fucking country accent. I don't know why it does it for me, but it does. Specific ones, not all of them. Do you know what? Height? I'm not, doesn't bother me on height, because I've been with guys the same height as me.
Why do
I'm a tall guy, 5'6". So, doesn't bother me. Or a taller guy, but, and
stocky? That's what I say.
Stocky is the way to say it.
Brown hair, beard, stocky, and I don't mind once he's taller than me, but I never really have that issue with him 5'4".
That's nice. That's good for you.
I don't have to ask, like,
no,
I'll do.
Yeah. But see, if I see a guy on an account and it's him in the gym, say with a 6-pack out, it's an instant bet for me. I'm not into that. I'm not attracted to that at all. And also because I'm like, fucking hell.
That's a totally different lifestyle. I want.
There's like way we're going to make sense together. But also, I feel insecure around them the whole time.
You like musicians. Musicians give me the ick, Justine.
I wish I had that. I fucking wish I had that.
Like, as soon as I see them there, Joe, they put up a picture of them at a party, like drawing, and I'm like, if I was there, and my fella was playing the guitar in front of a few people, I start laughing out of pure awkwardness. I wouldn't be able for it. So you were seeing comedians, and if you were there, and they told a really bad joke, how do you feel about that? If the crowd goes mild,
horrific. Oh no, sorry, if I'm seeing that person.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd be completely honest, because they do the same for me. When I was seeing that guy, I would have been like, oof, that was a rough crowd. Or like, I think we can figure out that punchline better.
Really fair play to you.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was seeing a comedian and he told a joke that he thought was really good, and then the crowd took it really badly, I would be sexually attracted to it.
Oh, this. But hang on. Let's not get confused here. I wouldn't be seeing a shit comedian to begin with.
Okay.
Like, you know, but I fucking fully agree with that. There's no way. Even that's what I find weird about if I'm dating a lad, to bring him to a gig, because if I don't have a good gig and it's the first time he's seen me. Not that I've ever had horrific gigs, but like, you know, there's times where jokes don't land. If he had to witness that, I'd be like, oh my God, he's never going to speak to me again. Because I would fully understand, like, I've seen that in people starting out. You're like, oh God. It is tough.
Do you ever hear anything field? Field. It's for people with like kinks and extra wants.
Field.
Sounds like for farmers. It used to be called Kink Life at Tinder. And then Tinder told them to change it because it was too close. And it was specifically set for people looking for a third. I changed it to Field. I joined it there because I thought I'd look for a fuck buddy for myself, seeing as the love of my life wasn't showing up. And like everybody was just like threesome, casual, BDSM, bondage, fucking all. It's all like, and I was just like, hey, just looking for something. I just want to go for a few drinks and then we'll see how it goes. And everyone else is like, do that to me. To what you would do.
Skin into a kite.
Oh, they're all so fucking intense on it. I'm so harmless. But I just thought,
oh no, I'm like, that's what my friend, the reason I said that is because my friend was on that app and some guy sent a message like, oh my God, your skin is so porcelain, I'd love to make it into a kite.
Oh my God, stop that actually happened.
Yeah. She was into it. Loved it. Was like, they went on a date. I'm like, God no. What me for me now? Someone said it. I'm like, hang on till I just forward this to the guard. Yeah, my own peace of mind. You know, but I didn't even know that existed. So there you are. I've heard of Fet Life was the one I'd heard of. Like, I was so late. I was 15 before I kissed anyone. Third year.
Fuck
fucking Justine, me too. Me too. Third year. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, they were all going on about fridges in first year, and I had no idea what it even meant, like, and I was so scared, and I was even the first time I was seeing a fella properly, like, not even seeing him really, the fucking puppy love type shite, but like at 17, and then the Catholic guilt was bet into us. Like, it was my favourite accessory growing up. I was always wearing it. It went everywhere with me. And we were paranoid about doing anything. And there was one time we were like, oh, will we do, yeah, well, I'll use my mouth. And and I made him wear a condom because I was afraid I'd get pregnant. Yeah. So that was, I mean, there's kind of two things there. There's the lack of education to be questioned, and directly afterwards we were both there like, we did a terrible thing, and we were pure, that's awful.
You'd be going down to mass every Sunday, would you?
I was at that time, I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so.
Sorry, I can't believe I'll never get over that. When I'm going home now, I'm going to be thinking about you with the Johnny on.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing, I didn't get pregnant, did I? You didn't get herpes. That was nice. I didn't get that. I don't know how I could have, because neither of us had been with anyone else. Yeah, but still, you can never be too safe.
No.
So that, you know, coming up to Dublin was a big eye-opener to me. My first teenage disco was an eye-opener to me. I was only allowed to go to one for our junior set results night, and I saw children conceived in that place. I won't like, sweet Jesus. The writing going on the couches. There was a shifting wall, the fingering wall.
Where did you go? Where would you go?
The Lavery in County Cavan.
In Cavan?
Yeah, where we had our junior set results night. And I honestly was, the scenes I saw, it was eye-opening. And again, I was just very aware of how innocent I was. And then coming to college, then it was a huge, oh God, I was still so harmless, like. But then the thing is, when you're dating when you're younger, everything's more like intense in the way of like, I think, sometimes I think about casual dating, I kind of do myself a disservice. I'm like, I might desensitize myself to anything real or meaningful now.
Everybody is.
I have that kind of feeling at times, and I kind of at a point where I want something meaningful again. I really want that. I'm sick and tired of going on dates where you're like, fucking hell, this is it. Or it gets on really well, but then they're like, I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm like, because, you know, you're putting your best self forward. I'm not trying to be something, but I'm being fucking in the moment and giving my all in it. And I'm like, what's the point? Because it's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
You bloody burn out.
I just hope that like I know that I'm a totally different person now to who I was when I started dating 2 years ago. Like, I was so like naive and I had so much hope. And every date I went down, I was like, oh, who knows? Yeah. And now I'm just like, not going to hear, like, either I'm not going to like him or he's going to ghost me or whatever.
That's the thing. And I do think you become a bit desensitized to the whole thing over time, and then you stop putting as much hope into it because you're like, see what's happened over the last 2 years, that you're like, what is even the point of me getting excited about this thing? And I fucking made those mistakes as well. And then be like, because you're like, you go through it like that, but you realise someone's coming at it. The guy, for example, is like, he's already gone through that for 2 years of the same hope thing, and now he's crushed and dead inside. And you're like, we're all just fucking ourselves.
Those fucking apps, I'd say.
I think so. I think apps have fucking killed everything, because people also, even getting into something serious, are kind of like, oh, sure, fuck it, if it doesn't work out, like, let's go back on the apps and find someone else. I think that's killing relationships and dating and the concept of love so much. I really do. I've seen it, and it's like horrible, because even when I did take that time off them and met someone in real life, I felt more like, fuck it, this is down to chance, and like, if I just remove myself from that illusion of choice, I think you may so relevant with, yeah, and it's more you're more present in it, I think, because you're not distracted by the potential of fucking 70 swipes later I might find someone.
Justine, you have a gig coming up in the Ivy Gardens this weekend. Tell us about that.
I do. I have 2 gigs at the Comedy Festival, Power Comedy Festival, Thursday night and Saturday night. You can come see me. There's tickets, very few tickets left for the Thursday night. In fact, when I click into it, because my mates were looking for tickets, it says no availability, and then you click into it and nothing comes up.
We're trying to get 2 tickets, I wonder. I wonder it's like one
ticket. Okay, there's 1 ticket. Get on it fast. And then Saturday night as well, I have other gigs.
Okay, unreal.
Thank you so much for having me. This is fucking wonderful. And I feel like I've genuinely made a friend here. Genuinely, we're too similar. Yeah, I know we will.
It was freaking me out there a little bit.
No, it's just glad. The best. The orange and the beetroot.
Oh, that's a good me.
Beetroot.